Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the lecture series of Laplace transformation. Laplace transformation is an important topic in engineering. So why do you think that we need Laplace transformation? Now, any transformation that we use in mathematics that is used to make our life a little bit easier. Like while solving some of the equations, you might get some complex solutions. So what you do is you transform it into some of the variables and then transform back. For example, in the case of Laplace transformation, suppose we are given a system of ordinary differential equations. So first step is to solve those ordinary differential equations. First step is to transform those ordinary differential equations into algebraic equations. Now you have a set of algebraic equations. So now all these algebraic equations can be solved using algebraic operations. Now when you get the result, you will transform back the solved equation to get the final results. Now all these are done using with the help of Laplace transformation. Now let us look at the definition of Laplace transformation. For example, we are given a function f of t. Now Laplace transformation is defined as let ft be the function of t defined for all t greater than or equal to 0. Then the Laplace transformation of f of t is given as L of f of t, which we denote by f of s, which is equal to e to the power minus st f of t dt. Now the condition for this is that s should be greater than or equal to 0 and the integration should be defined. Now let us look at the notation. The capital letters are used for the Laplace transformed functions and the small letters are used for the original functions. So f of t is our original function and its Laplace transform function will be f of s. Y of t is our original function, its Laplace transform function will be y of s. Now let us take examples for transformation. Our given function here f of t is 1. So Laplace of f of t is equal to integration from 0 to infinity e to the power minus st f of t dt. Correct? Here our f of t is equals to 1, so we will be integrating 0 to infinity e to the power minus st into 1 dt, which will give us integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus st dt, which we know integration of e to the power minus st is e to the power minus st divided by minus s, integrating from 0 to infinity. For t equals to infinity, e to the power minus st is 0, and for t equals to 0, e to the power minus st will become 1, as the value of the integration here is 1 over s. So we get to know that for f of t equals to 1, Laplace of f of t will be equals to 1 over s. Similarly, you should remember that Laplace inverse of 1 over s will be equal to 1. Now let us take our next example. Here we are given f of t equals to e to the power at. So Laplace of f of t will be equals to integrating from 0 to infinity e to the power minus st multiplied by e to the power at times dt, which is equals to integrating 0 to infinity e to the power minus of s minus a times t dt, which will give us e to the power minus s minus a times t over minus of s minus a from 0 to infinity. For t equals to infinity, the value will be 0. For t equals to 0, the value will be 1. And the value for this integration is 1 over s minus a. So you should remember that Laplace of e to the power at equals to 1 over s minus a. And similarly, the Laplace inverse of 1 over s minus a is equals to e to the power at. Now it's time to solve some of the questions. In the we have seen that for f of t equals to 1, the value of f of s is 1 by s, and for if f of t equals e to the power at, f of s equals to 1 over s minus a. Now these are some of the questions. For the given f of t, you need to find f of s, and for given f of s, you need to find all the f of t's. Now the solution for this is, for ft equals to 7, f of s will be equals to 7 over s. For ft equals to e to the power 5t, value will be 1 over s minus 5. For f of t equals to e to the power 7 minus 7t, the value will be 1 divided by s plus 7. Similarly, for f of s equals 100 by s, f of t will be equals to 100. For f of s equals s plus 2, 1 over s plus 2, f of t will be e to the power minus 2t. Now I have not given you, but this alpha is a constant here. So f of t will be equals to e to the power of alpha t. Hope you all got all the results. Now we have seen the ordinary functions f of t equals to 1 and f of t equals to at. Now these are some of the trigonometric functions and their Laplace transformation. For sine at, here a is constant. For sine at, f of s equals to a over s square minus a square, s square plus a square. For f of t equals to cos at, f of s equals to s over s square plus a square. These are the hyperbolic functions, sine hyperbolic at and cos hyperbolic at. For this, the f of s, the Laplace transform function is a over s square minus a square, and f of s equals to s over s square minus a square. Now these formulas should be remembered. We will be deriving it now, but for doing the calculations fast, you should remember all these formulas. These are some very basic and important formulas. Now we will be deriving the Laplace transformation for sine hyperbolic at and cos hyperbolic at. For sine hyperbolic at, it is written as e to the power at minus e to the power minus at by 2. So we know that Laplace of e to the power at is 1 over s minus a, and Laplace of e to the power minus at is 1 over s plus a. Correct? So Laplace of sine hyperbolic at will be equals to Laplace of e to the power at minus e to the power minus at divided by 2, which will be equal to 1 over 2 1 over s minus a minus 1 over s plus a, which is equal to 1 over 2 s plus a minus s minus a divided by s square minus a square, which will be equals to 2a divided by 2 s square minus a square. 2 gets cancelled here, hence the value is a divided by s square minus a square. Now let us get the Laplace transformation for cos hyperbolic at. Cos hyperbolic at will be equals to e to the power at plus e to the power minus at by 2. Hence the Laplace of cos hyperbolic at will be equals to 1 over s minus a plus 1 over s plus a divided by 2, which will give us 2 times s divided by 2 times s square minus a square, which will be equals to s over s square minus a square. Hence we have got the Laplace of sine hyperbolic and cos hyperbolic at. Now let us find the Laplace transformation for sine of at and cos of at. Bear with me, this is some complicated problem. So Laplace of f of t will be equals to, let us denote it by L of s for sine, which is equals to integration of 0 to infinity e to the power minus st. We'll write sine at times dt. Now we will be using here integration by parts. So this is our first function, this is our second function. Integration by parts, and then it will become as e to the power minus st over minus s times sine at from 0 to infinity minus, now we need to differentiate this function. The differentiation of this function will be cos of at times a. So a will move outside, a over, we have the minus s, which will be minus s times integration of e to the power 0 to infinity e to the power minus st cos of at times dt, which will be equals to, for t equals to infinity the value will be equals to 0. For t equals to 0, sine at will become 0. Hence this overall equation goes to 0. So this gives us a over s integration of 0 to infinity e to the power minus st cos at dt. This is clear till here. Now we will move on to cos at. Let us write it here. Laplace for sine is a over s integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus st cos at times dt. Now let us do the same for f of t equals to cos of at. So we will write it as L of c, which is equals to integration from 0 to infinity e to the power minus st cos of at times dt. Now L of c will be equals to e to the power minus st by minus s cos at going from 0 to infinity minus of, differentiation of cos will be minus sine, so minus a sine at, hence minus a will come outside, so minus a over minus s, this minus s is from here, integrating from 0 to infinity e to the power minus st sine at dt. For t equals to infinity, the value of this becomes 0, and for t equals to 0, cos at is 1, e to the power minus st is 1. Hence the value of this will be equals to 1 over s minus a over s integration from 0 to infinity e to the power minus st sin at dt. Now here this term is nothing but L of c. Hence we have L of s equals to a over s times L of c. and this term is nothing but L of S. So we have it here as 1 over S minus A over S times L of S. Now we have two equations. This is our first equation, and L of C equals to 1 over S minus A over S L of S. This is our second equation. Now let us solve these two equations. So our L of C becomes 1 over S minus A over S time. We know that L over S is A by S times L of C, which is multiplied by A by S of L of C, which becomes L of C times 1 plus A square over S square equals to 1 over S. Hence L of C into S square plus A square over S square equals to 1 over S. So our L of C becomes S over S square plus A square. And from this equation we know that L of S equals to A over S L of C. So L of S equals to A over S times L of C. L of C is S by S square plus A square into S by S square plus A square, which gives us A over S square plus A square. We should remember both of these formulas and the derivation that we have done here. These two are important formulas that should be remembered. So in this lecture we have seen 6 formulas, derived the equation for sine hyperbolic, cos hyperbolic and cos 80, sin 80, the transformation of those functions and all those functions. You should remember all these formulas. For f of t equals to 1, f of s equals to 1 by s, e to the power 80 is 1 by s minus a, sin 80 is a over s square plus a square. Just remember that for non-hyperbolic it is plus sign here, and for hyperbolic it is negative sign here. For both sine and cos, for cos s comes above, sine the constant which is there it will be above. Now let us take some examples so that you get familiar with the sine and cosine functions and their transformation. Now these are the 4 functions. First is sine 3t, second is cos 5t, third is sine hyperbolic 70, fourth is cos hyperbolic 90. So given time to find the Laplace transformation of these functions, please find them and check the results. Now the results are Laplace transformation of this sine 3t will be equals to 3 over s square plus 9. For cos 5t it will be s over s square plus 25. For sine hyperbolic 70 it will be 7 over s square minus square of 7, that is 49. For cos hyperbolic it will be s over s square minus 81. Hope you all got all these results. Now that is all for today. In the next lecture we will be seeing the first shifting theorem with some of the examples. Till then, keep watching, keep practicing all your sine, cosine and hyperbolic functions, and keep learning. That is it from my side. Thank you all very much.